If you are running a home service business that is stuck between $3,000 to $5,000 a month, or you're looking to start a home service business and you're not sure what to do, this video is going to simplify everything for you. I've scaled my own home service business to consistent $30,000 months, and now I help people do the same, whether it's with pressure washing, window cleaning, wallpaper installation like myself, painting, car detailing, you name it. If it's in home services, I probably had my hand in it. And the truth is, it's not complicated. It's just 3 simple things done correctly. Now, when I started, I was installing wallpaper and barely making $2,000 a month. I was trying Facebook ads without building a real brand, random marketing techniques, and just sitting there hoping that the referrals come in and the phone would ring. But of course, that didn't happen. Some months were okay, most weren't. But what changed for me wasn't working harder. It was building a real brand and systems that I could reliably scale with. I stopped treating my business like an online business and started treating it like a real local service business with real demand and real systems. And that's when things started taking off for me. Now, before I break down the 3 steps, you need to understand why home services is such a powerful play right now. Most of the stuff that people are chasing is getting harder, not easier. Online business has become brutally competitive. If you do not have a large ad spend to start a business with upfront, you are going to fail. And in fact, 1 out of every 4 online businesses is going to fail within the first year. And it's not because people are lazy. It's simply because the online business game has become extremely saturated, extremely competitive, and very expensive to break into if you're a beginner. Not to mention algorithms constantly changing on social media, rising ad costs, and AI replacing roles overnight. And you can feel this in the job market too. It is way more competitive, way less certain, and way more risky than it was even 5 years ago. Now compare that to home services. No matter what happens in the world, people are still going to need their homes cleaned and maintained. They're still going to need HVAC, electricity, plumbing in their homes. They're still going to want fresh paint. In my case, they're still going to want their fancy wallpaper. They're still going to need their driveways pressure washed and their windows cleaned. And here's the part I see no one talking about. For every 11 people in the trades retiring, there's only 1 behind them to replace them. That means there is a massive demand and very little supply, which is something you can take advantage of. There's a massive gap like this. The people who step in professionally are the ones who win. And this is why home services is booming while seemingly everything else is crumbling. And once you understand all of this, this is when the path to $10,000 months and well beyond that becomes extremely clear. So now you understand why this works. Let me show you how it works. It boils down to 3 simple steps. Step 1 is picking the right service. This works best with services that people are actively looking for that cost between a few hundred to a few $1,000s and don't require any sort of degree or years of experience. Some of these would include wallpaper installation, painting, pressure washing, window cleaning, car detailing. Now, the best way to actually pick a niche is figure out what game you want to play. Do you want to play the volume game or the leverage game? Volume gets you cash flow while leverage buys you more time. So if you're a young guy getting into this as your first business, you're in your youth, you have energy, play the volume game, go out there, knock doors, hustle. You can make so much money. If you're maybe a little bit older or you have more obligations such as a family, kids, or you're working a full-time job, you definitely want to look more towards the leverage game because that way you can squeeze in 2 to 3 jobs on the weekend, ranging again from 1,000 to 4,000, and you'll still do quite well. This step isn't necessarily about grinding nonstop. It's picking the best fit for you and the goals that you have for yourself financially and in your life in general. Now that we have that covered, step 2 is getting in front of people with buying intent. The quickest money in home services comes from people who are actively looking for your services. So people typing in pressure washing near me or wallpaper installation near me or painting companies near me. These people aren't just browsing, they're actively looking to hire someone to complete this service. Now, in order to capture this buying intent, you want to make sure you have a really solid online presence in place. Most importantly, focus on your Google business profile. If you have a good business profile that has a lot of information and a couple of reviews on it, you're going to pop up at one of the top results. Another great method is to go into local Facebook groups. So type in your city in the groups tab on Facebook and just join as many of them you can. Type in the keyword of your service. So if you're doing pressure washing, type in pressure washing once you've got accepted into the group. Find all the posts of people that are actively looking for the service and message them. Not only might you get that person that's looking, but there's going to be other people who are looking who are going to click on that post that will also see your name and that you interacted with it and that you do that service. It's also extremely important to have decent social media, a decent website. When you're just getting started, you don't need to worry about this too much, but it definitely helps. You can even invest in yard signs, door hangers, flyers, and even get out there and do some door-to-door knocking. You don't need fancy ads. You don't need any sort of complicated funnels. You just need to be visible and you need to pick up that damn phone when people call you. That is it. That is all you need to do to capture these people's attention. Now, step 3 is pricing. This is where most people sabotage themselves very early on. They undercharge, they try to be the cheapest, and they say yes to everything, which in turn leads to more work that you don't want, lower quality clients, and way less freedom in your business. Pricing correctly gives you control, control gives you leverage, and leverage is what gives you freedom. Now, the best way to actually figure out how to price correctly and competitively is to call up 3 to 4 companies in your area offering the same service as you do. Get quotes from all of them. If there's more than that, I don't think you need more than 5 or 6, but what you want to do is be somewhere in the middle of all of them. So let's say window cleaner, just use that one for example. If you get quotes between 200 and 400, you want to land around 300. That way you're not the cheapest, but you're also not the most expensive. You're right in the middle. And eventually you want to work your way up to the upper middle. Again, I never want to be on either end of the stick, the cheapest or the most expensive, but obviously I want to get as close to the as expensive as I can be without turning away a lot of clients. Now, all this being said, I want to make this feel real for a second, actually talk about what 10K a month in home service looks like. $10,000 a month can be 10 jobs at 1,000. It could be 15 jobs at $700, or it could be 20 jobs at 500. It could also be 2 jobs at 5,000. This is not crazy volume, and you would be very surprised how quickly you can get there once your online presence and especially your Google business profile is dialed in. Now, most people in home services tend to stay stuck because they're relying too much on referrals. They're trying marketing techniques that don't work. They're trying to run Facebook or Google ads without actually putting in the work and building a brand first. They don't fix their pricing and they lack a clear structure and they don't have repeatable, scalable systems. They don't need motivation. They need a plan that actually works. Now, this is exactly why I created my program, 6-Figure Service Business, or 6FSB for short. Inside of 6FSB, I work with people one-on-one to help them pick the right niche, build a brand for that niche that people recognize and want to work with, help them get their first couple jobs fast. And after that, put in systems that can help them scale to 10, 20, 30, even $40,000 or $50,000 months within the first 6 months. Now, if you want help implementing this stuff step by step, whether you're starting a home service business from scratch or you have an existing home service, you can book a free business audit with me by clicking the first link in the description. We'll hop on, I'll take a look at your market, I'll see if this is actually the right fit for you. And if it is, I will walk you through exactly how I can help you get to those 10K months and well beyond those in the next 3 to 6 months. Worst case scenario, you'll leave with some actionable steps you can implement in your business that day. No pressure, just clarity. Either way, I appreciate you watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below telling me what you think of everything I discussed and what you would like to see me talk about next. I will see you in the next one.